What are your top tips for teachers when preparing their applications to international schools?
Absolutely. So, my years of recruiting, I recruited for a variety of different industries, and from salaries which were at the lower end of the scale, on about $25,000, up to salaries of about $400,000 a year. So, and they were Australian dollars. So, a lot of different roles, and I've looked at hundreds, probably thousands of resumes. And especially now, a lot of teachers send me their resumes asking for feedback and asking for those top tips. We have outlined them in one of our courses that we have. And basically, the top 5 things I would say is, first of all, understand and know what the ATS is. This is the applicant tracking system. A lot of schools use this now to shortlist and to select candidates for their roles, because when you are a popular school, you will be getting thousands of applications. So understanding and knowing what the ATS is, I'll give you a link to a blog post I've written all about it that explains exactly what it is. So knowing that and how to optimize your resume for that so you do get shortlisted for the role. The next thing is knowing how to focus the top third of your resume to grab the attention of the person who's reading it. You have got to, this is like your first date. You've opened up the door and yes, here I am. So you want to give them the kind of information that they think, wow, you want to wow them at that moment. And that will also get you past what we call the gatekeepers. The next thing is impact statements. So a lot of teachers are still making the mistake where they're just talking about their duties and responsibilities as a teacher. Now, as we all know, it doesn't matter really what your subject is, because we all generally have similar tasks and responsibilities in terms of teaching. We know we mark, we report, we differentiate, all of those kind of things. So you don't need to talk about that with your resume. What you need to talk about is what we call impact statements. And this is where you have a statement which gives a quantifiable result. Use numbers if you can, like I increased the reading level by 87% for my year 2 readers. And have specifics of how you demonstrated your impact as a teacher on the school, on your students in that particular role. In our course that we offer, we actually give you templates that shows you how to write those impact statements, because it is really important too, when you write them, to make sure you're using the keywords that are in the position description and also on the school's website, using the same sort of language. The next one I would say, number 4, is learning how to stand out and focusing on how you went above and beyond in your role as a teacher. What is amazing. And then lucky last is the hard nose, the things that you absolutely should not do with your resume, cover letter, and your LinkedIn profile. So we cover all of that in our courses, and essentially teaching teachers how to prepare their application every step of the way so they have maximum chance of landing an interview.
Now, in your roles, you're going to be in contact with a lot of teachers who are applying to a lot of international schools. I'm tempted to ask you which are the hot international schools applications at the moment, but I'm not going to put you on the spot and ask that. But I am going to ask you which are the hot countries in terms of where you're seeing the most interest from potential applicants in terms of countries to work in. Have you got any of that information?
To be honest, I don't think that you can narrow it down, because everybody's situation is different. So I have clients in the Sudan who are looking to go to the Middle East. I have clients in Brazil who are looking to go to Switzerland. I have clients in Saudi Arabia who are looking to go within the Middle East itself. Everybody's situation is different. There's amazing jobs in amazing schools all around the world, but of course teachers have different goals depending on their lifestyle, their families, and of course their careers?
I think, again, pre the pandemic, the easy answer was China, because they were having just massive growth in terms of teaching. But obviously, with as the situation with the pandemic is still sorting itself out, and people have left international schooling altogether to go back to their home countries if that's what they feel like they need to do from a health perspective. And other people are dying to get out of not literally, hopefully, but really looking to get out of the country that they're in because they're concerned about the pandemic situation there. So I think it's going to take a little while for it to settle down in terms of where the hotspots are.